What's easier than killing your enemies? Having your enemies kill themselves. Welcome to Georgia in Europa Universalis 5, where they start with fort defense bonuses, but most importantly, they have mountains everywhere. We're going to be stacking every single defensive and attrition for enemies modifier that we can find. And most importantly, we're going to be putting a fort on every single mountain province. The sheer quantity of dead Egyptian troops left on the mountainside behind me may be a bit of a spoiler, but we're going to see if turtling up and being defensive is a viable strategy in EU5. Okay, my plan today with Georgia is simple. I want to create a nation that is so miserable to fight that no one is able to. So over here, if I go to the terrain, that doesn't help me, does it? Where is it? Tactical map. Oh, there we go. You can see that we have a bunch of mountains everywhere. Historically, Georgia, not a very fun place to fight. So I'm going to make it even worse. I'm going to use it. I don't know if this works. We're going to find this out together, genuinely, because hey, look, it's December. I'm making the video either way. I want to see if I can use scoochaged vassals to get the most out of nations that I fight. And essentially what I'm going to do is invite them into my territory and watch them starve to death. I don't know if this is going to work in this game. We're going to aim for it. And we're going to try and go as defensive as physically possible. Oh, look, asymmetrical warfare. That's exactly what we want. What do I have to do to unlock that? What's this? Shayband, that's cool. Okay, first things first, we're going to need some crown power, so let's get autocracy. And we are going to have diplomatic traditions because we're going to need a nation of, a network of scootaged vassals. Wow, our clergy is real powerful, huh? Tax exemption, disgusting. Can I get rid of that? No. Primacy of the nobility, sure. Is there anything defensive I can get right off the bat? Because, I mean, that's the idea, right? I'd be surprised if there was. Frankly, I think just more forts. So a fort here. Okay, we are going to rival, I think the Trapezuntine Empire. Because what I want to do is... Oh, you're a vassal of Georgia. Nice. Okay. I want to go after them because that's good quality mountain territory. I also need to start protecting my eastern front because, well, I need more mountain territory here as well. And I'm hoping the AI will just kind of throw itself at me. And if it does that, then I can wait for them to be really low on men and then strike. My only concern is our eastern front. So I might turn this into a vassal. No, let's open up this research tree. Oh no. What? Why is that a thing? Why is that a thing? Don't ever do that game. Don't ever. How do I turn that off? Why would that be a thing? Ooh, Legacy of St. George. Infantry power plus 10%. That's cool. It's a unique thing for Georgia. I was just a little bit thrown by that. Oh, God. That's horrible. Okay. Right. I'm going to ignore that. Otherwise I hung up on it for a while. Why is our stability just bad? I suppose I'm not investing in it. Stabilize country. And over here, we're going to do a little bit of strengthening government. Damn, we actually got a lot. Why are you guys making so much money? I feel like I could tax their clergy as well. So full defensive will give us combat speed, fort limit, fortification maintenance, and fort defense, which is what we want. So we want the garrison system government reform, the asymmetrical warfare tactics government reform, the defensive stance policy, and then it just helps to have fort maintenance high. So realistically, I need to keep my fort maintenance up. Because again, only aim is to increase defensiveness and to see if this strategy works. Slave conversion. Yeah, I don't really care about anything but defensiveness. Now, I kind of want to annex Samskir. Just for the simple fact that... Wait, what? I'm in the Ilkhanate? And can I leave the Ilkhanate? I don't want to be in Ilkhanate. But if I attack the Jalarids, it brings all of their boys in. Oh, dear. Okay, well, we've got Shaki, Samskir, Armenia, and Alastani. Those are my vassals. You guys have any cause? Armenia does. So does Shaki. But again, I only really want to expand where I can use my forts, because Lisi is not in a good place, so I need this territory. You're a vassal of Armenia, and Armenia is a vassal of me. That's really annoying. Okay, good to know. So I need to annex Armenia. Mongol expulsion. It's been 10 years since I took up arms against the head of the Ilkhanan, and ousted tens of thousands of Mongol troops from our lands. Well done. What do I do now? Oh, God, a guy's called King the Brilliant. That's awesome. Festivities will spread across Georgia, or use this opportunity to cull the members of the nobility. Revoke primacy and nobility, which I want, and fortification licenses, which I want. So ordinarily, great idea. Don't want to do that. But yeah, we're doing a little bit of celebrations. What is this? In perilous times such as ours, often ways to make strong friends. We want to get an alliance. Okay. Historically, George of Georgia, nice, and King Philip VI of France enjoyed a cordial relationship. But this is the Sultan of Egypt. Send them a letter. Hey, go on then. See what they say. We're now allied with the Mamluks. I didn't expect that. Yeah, right. That works. And then our brilliant king is dead. That's a shame. Wait, I have claims on Shirvan. Well, yeah, all right. Let's do that. Let's see why I wouldn't do that. Give us a chance to feel out our troops and how they work and everything else. How good are our troops? Yeah, they're all right. Nothing special. Now, the question is, if I have scootaged vassals, how can people get into my territory? Could I just surround myself with neutral nations and the people can't get in? Because surely my vassals wouldn't give over, the military axis. Also, our alliance with Egypt is apparently kind of breaking. You just went purple. What's this? Chobanid Horde. Works? Why are you... I'm not going to question it. I found I enjoy EU5 a lot more when I just don't question things. Sorry, I'm not allowed to leave the old Khan. Didn't we throw out the Mongols? What's that about then? All right, well, there goes our allies with Egypt. Okay, how do I want to play this? So, I think I want to give all this land to Shaki. Or, to be honest, I probably want to give it to you know what, I'm going to annex it and sort it out later. All right, let's create 2 new vassals over here. Shirvan and Baku. All right, let's figure this out. So, I've never done this before. Subject actions. Enable scootage, which means you don't join my wars. So then you can't be sieged. This doesn't feel like what I should be doing. But this seems fun. I'm going through with it. Enable scootage. Okay. Ooh, is there gold here? Nice. Now, one thing I need to make sure they do is they are only supportive. Now, I haven't seen the game, I haven't seen this matter in the game, but this is what I want. I need them to be supportive and I need them to just attach to me. We're going to build a sergeantry. And I'm going to start building purely defensive troops. Ooh, competent diplomacy. That's nice. Nice. Promote castle whites. Monthly progress to defensive. Exactly what we want. And I'm going to fabricate a Castle Belli over here. Okay, we've got infantry power plus 10%, which is very nice. And the key part as well is that if I attack a nation that doesn't have any professional troops, they can't refill the provinces they take. Which is why I have 100 men ready. All right, let's see how this goes. Right, so we want everyone to attach here. Raise our levies. Still useful. I mean, everyone to attach. Yeah, okay, so they're ignoring me. Oh, they are allowed. Okay, come back. Oh, what the hell is that? Okay, so now we can't get the war goal because there's a rebellion. That's unfortunate, considering I've declared war for that province. All right, we hid over here in the mountains. That's another reason I want to do this. So we can hide in the mountains, which is obviously very good for us. Now, let's see. Can we get to the front line? We do. Damn, the cavalry is insane. Look at that. Okay, we're going to be careful about those guys. And they're all dead, so don't have to be as careful now. But the key part, okay, those are all professional troops. We're dead. I was about to say the key part is that levies can't replenish, and so their attrition is permanent. That was kind of a big part of this. But unfortunately, these appeared to be professionals. All right, we're only looking for anything to do with defensiveness. Only anything to do with defensiveness. Levy recovery, levy size. That's all very nice, but again, I think where are you? There's gonna be something here, right? Ooh, Deus Vault religious warcaster spell could be quite good. No, because I'm thinking EU4 because I want superiority, but I don't think it's superiority. Let's go military focus. So there's that attrition. It's taking 1% attrition each month, right? Because winter. If I can start getting some hostile attrition, we're in a really nice place. Wait, the Catholics are trying to convert us. We're going to convert to Catholicism. I'm not doing that. Yeah, it's a problem. The professional troop side of things, a little bit tricky to deal with. Good to know. But they aren't reinforcing it, so that's, I can just take this back. So professional troops still just that good? Kinda. Okay, they've taken Ganges, but they reinforce it. Yeah, they did. Okay, that's a shame. All right. Test 1 is a failure. Test 1 is a failure. I fully appreciate that. But just you wait until we get test 2 and 3 and 4. There's going to be a lot of tests. But I will make this work, damn it. The more modifiers I can find and stack, you'll see. All right, well, Siege of Ganges successful. I think I just got really lucky. I called it a civil war, I'm starting to think I got really lucky. Okay, these are levy guys now. Yeah, so the levies are fine. So what have we learned? My vassals will generally stick next to me. So that's good. Professional troops are terrifying. But that's ideal for me. That's kind of where we want to be. I'm going to need a lot more attrition-based modifiers a month. All right, we're going to take this land. Okay. I think we do hand it off to a vassal as well. Got to be careful not to lock myself out, though. That's another test we're going to have to run. I need to fight someone who's on the other side of these vassals and see if they're able to come through my vassals. I'm sure they will be able to. The game seems like it'll allow it somehow. Oh, the Hulugid Horde. And the Horde has now collapsed into successor states. Well, that's just one Horde. Ruler and the Chobanid Horde. I thought I killed them. Where are the Turbinid Horde? They're over here somehow. They're an army-based nation that doesn't have an army. I think I broke the game. Guys, I think I broke the game. Oh, there we go. That's fine. We're fine, don't worry. It's a shame because I wanted Ganja. Specifically the gold from Ganja. I'll take the mountain province here. Can't take this Ganja because it's capital, which is very annoying. So you are a vassal of Armenia. And Armenia is over here as well. Gladzor is a vassal of Sulinik, who are a vassal of Armenia. So I need to, yeah, I do need to annex Armenia. And then we'll reshuffle everything afterwards. Whack up our spending as much as it can be. That's cultural. Okay, don't care about those ones. Don't know why you asked me. Next up, I think the Trabazuntines, because they got a lot of mountains. And of course, let's enable scutage over here. I don't need, like, if you're flatlands, then you're not necessary in war. I cannot defend that land. All right, fabricate Casaspalai over here on Trebizond. This is going to be a nasty water fight for the very reason that we're a nasty water fight. But it has to happen. So the key part here is we actually don't suffer any attrition while sieging. So maybe this whole plan was like not a good idea. Oh, good. Black Death. I always forget about the Black Death. Okay, we have annexed Armenia. We actually took a couple places of cause as well. Okay, attrition. I'm not even taking any attrition here. Damn, that was really quick. Okay. Did we just win? I think we just won. Maybe this idea is a terrible one. Oh, God. So you now my vassals. Yeah, vassal Georgia. Okay, so I want this land. And this one as well. Samskaya I also want to annex. Because that's a lot of mountains. Look at that. +3. There's land up here. Frankly, I don't care for. So we'll take the money. War operations works for me. Excellent. There you go. We need to build a fort here. Am I over my fort limit? Not even close. Good. I'm going to go for segregate the infected. Control the food market. Present some scapegoats. Ooh, income from minting. Let's export ban. Force our strength. Absolutely they are. So why is it stopped ticking? Army maintenance minus 0.1. If I drop my army maintenance, that's ridiculous. So because I have an army, I go offensive. Really? That seems a little strange, does it not? Whereas to go the other way, what? I just have to drop my fort maintenance. That seems odd. I don't like that game. Okay, Black Death is all over us right now. Let's invite people to our patriarchate. I don't know how this works or what it does exactly, but I've invited them. So next parliament, I need to change a law. We really didn't fare that badly. 30% death rate for the Black Death. Not bad. That's one of my better ones. Again, admittedly, I usually forget that the Black Death exists every time, but you know, that's why it's one of my better ones, I guess. We're not done yet. Actually, we did lose half. Okay. So not as good as I was hoping, but you know. Okay, I don't have an excuse. It was just bad. Okay, we want to start annexing Samtskir. Again, like, not a meta move, but I want it for the mountains. Spend the next couple of years looking inwards. Okay, please see host army exercises, law change. Now, which one was it? It's one of the martial laws, which I don't know if we've unlocked yet. Is it the levy law? No, I don't think we've unlocked it yet. Okay. Well, are there any laws in general I want to change? Ooh, what is this? Distribution of power, a special one. Levy size, head of the cabinet promotion, agenda impact for nobility. Fine. I mean, I think I'd much rather have favor the ruler. Let's do favor the ruler. Why can I form Circassia? So there's something funny about the wording of this. It's not possible to choose due to why we need to own at least 13 more. It reads like a YouTube thumbnail, or a YouTube title. Why we need to own at least 13 more locations for the following. Number 10. Oh, another rebellion down here. As you can see, I am... Mint of Eligir. So mine's going to employ 3,000 more laborers or slaves. Sounds good. Do that. Always succumb to greed. Yeah, I've embarked upon a grand campaign of road building and castle building. Hopefully I'll annex Samskir soon and we can start sorting out our borders. And then we'll see if we can't try and develop our strategy a little bit more. Okay, I think we are also finally in a place to get rid of the tax exemption. Oh, look how much money we can make. 1.54. Focus on defensive. Nice. I'm doing everything I can to try and force defensive to happen more. I think maybe just more castles might do it. Get a little 20 prestige. The synod stuff is annoying because I click on it and I don't know what to select next and I can't go back. Oh, is that right to Timur? I didn't even see that. Where is Timur? Well, that's actually kind of big. You find anyone? You are. Well, that's a little problematic, isn't it? The only problem I am going to have now is that fighting rebels is going to be real tricky because I'll have created really quite well-placed defensible forts in their terrain. But we'll cross that bridge when we inevitably come to it. Okay, we've gained a bunch of cores in this area and Georgia is now ours. Or at least it's unified. Okay, I don't like this part here. This is concerning to me. I think we can keep Alistani around, and we'll enable scootage for them. But this province is apparently really good, even though it doesn't look like it. So we'll put one there. So realistically, we should try and fight on our western front, because that's going to be horrible for anyone attacking it. I kind of want to see if we can go up against the Aretinids, which I think means fighting the Gelarids and all of their buddies. I really want to test that out, man. I just don't think... So I think especially early game, I just don't think there's enough benefit from forts as opposed to the horsemen, right? Because the cavalry that they use are professional troops, and it's miserable to fight because they're really, really good. Like the tribal cavalry, if I put that into context, our regulars are 1 combat power, right? They have 4. So they have 4 times our ability, and they're the same size. So it makes life a little trickier. Now, in the mountains, they get a minus 10% to combat. That's not that big of a deal, to the point where I should probably be doing. Okay, let's think. So horses are they have a minus 10% to their combat, but they are 4 times more effective. Half that because, so they're twice as effective because it's 50 of them, not 100 of them, minus 10%. So they're at least 80% more effective. And then you throw in the initiative into the mix. What's this? 25% attrition loss. I'm just going to keep footmen. Just like, even though it's worse, it feels weird to go cavalry for a defensive mountain thing. It just does. And I won't hear any differently. I know it's the wrong decision, but I don't care. It doesn't make sense in my mind, and therefore I'm not doing it. Georgian Golden Age. Legacy of Tamar. Buildings cost, David the Builder. Says improved relations, Georgian isolation. Church councils. We've got some cool, like, unique to us things here. Ooh, designated instruction. Levy recovery and levy combat efficiency. Still don't know what levy combat efficiency does. Still don't know what this whole, like, peasant levy stuff does. Game changes too much for me to learn it. 2% of pops will be raised as peasant levy, right? I can't remember if I need to take it or not. I've been out of the game too long. I'm just not going to take the tech. Fort limit plus 10%. We don't need that, but again, anything to do with a fort, we're taking it. Follow through on threat for against the Chobanids. I mean, there's a couple of provinces we could take for forts. So who haven't I scootaged? Karkan. I didn't do that because they have a fort. Should probably annex them, really. And Suyanik. Again, because they have a fort. Is that capital? It's just unguarded. Well, that works. What's this war for again? Karkan. Take Chobanid Karkan. Well, if I just take everything, then I'm sure to eventually fall in the right provinces, right? Alright, let's see how good these cavalry are. Not as good as as overwhelming superiority of numbers. It's always nice to see. Okay, we are tearing through this land down. I think he got rid of all his forts. You should never get rid of all your forts. As a certified fort enjoyer, I take great offense at this. That's an instant victory. Okay, so what do we want to do? I want to take these mountain provinces. I wish I could mark territory. So I want to take these 3 provinces. Interestingly, there's no attrition increase from mountains. Local food production minus 1%, sure, but like there's no... Is there really nothing? So the suggested offer is just to take all this land here. I mean, why stop there, right? But can I annex him? Oh my god. Now. Hey, stop, calm down. Just because you could do something doesn't mean you should. In this case, but... it's different. I wanted to do this. Okay, sure. Well, let's have our little series of vassals around here then. What the hell is a Samantha? Why am I going to become the Samantha? I'm going to ignore that. Alright, is there any land here I want to keep? I really don't think so. These are all kind of terrible for defensive purposes. Sorry, the mountains of Iran. Famously difficult to conquer. And it's... Why is the terrain so easy? These are only like +1s. Are you insane perhaps, game? Are you okay? I mean, Switzerland has a bunch of +3s. That's phenomenal. I hate that. Anyway, the only province I really want to keep are these 3. And I don't know how I can give them out without giving them up. So I'm just not going to. Alright, we're going to do this bit by bit. Because again, I want to keep these 3 provinces. So, Karkan I want to annex. You I don't want to annex. So let's just give everything out to this guy. And then I'm just going to see locations around it. This feels filthy. And then I'm just going to keep the provinces just to build 3 forts on it. Now, I can't be sure, but I'm fairly certain this is a war crime in the early modern era. At least if it's not, it really should be. So the only thing that I'm keeping this for is to build a castle in the middle of it. The rest of the land I kind of want to give up. All right, and now I need to enable scootage. Where is it? Enable scootage. On you, on you, on you, on you, on you. I think you've already all been scootaged. Yeah, hired 2 new courtiers. Because perhaps the guy with 1 military ability, maybe not the best choice. I had to place them all on thrones, a problem. Hey, look, the Timurids are actually expanding. That's new. I'm not seeing too many crazy borders over it. Well, actually, are you independent? No, that's Castile. That's okay. I'm not seeing too many crazy borders. Castile has expanded into France. And Portugal's expanded into Castile. That's a nice 2 Sicilies, though. Norway takes part of Denmark. Denmark is a Swedish fiefdom. Sure. So I think I need just better technology now. So, sorry, I was looking away. What happened? There was a civil war or something? That was bad attention. What are you guys doing over there, huh? First Caramid Sicilia civil war. And Karkan is involved in it. Why? You know what I should do? I could build multiple levels of forts, can't I? Nope. Ow, how did I fall off my chair? God, it's a mess. Pull yourself together, Laith. How good are we at defensive right now? How are we supposed to get more? Enact the defensive stance policy of army doctrine. That's later. Garrison system, again, that's all becomes later, right? Let's have a little look around here. Oh, garrison system, there you go. So instead of... Yeah, we don't need this diplomatic capacity. Let's go for garrison system. Why not these guys just, frankly, for continuous borders? No other reason. Okay, there's now the Astrakhani horde, who are a vassal of the Timurids, okay? And the Timurids have gone after the Yuan. Probably that keeps them busy. Maybe they won't come over here. Because that's going to be a problem. Okay, I think it is time we fabricate a claim over here. I just want to see what happens. I'll just triple check, make sure everyone's already scootaged. They're not. Okay, well, you guys have like a load of forts, so I kind of don't want to... Nah, scootage them. Oh, that's not a good omen. And an earthquake. Ooh, refuse the false claimant. That seems like a better casus belli than the one I was going for. Letters to King Louis XI de Valois. Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's send a letter to the French. Did it get lost? Oh, no. They declined. Okay. Cool. So just lose 10 prestige. The other option was also lose 10 prestige. So just an event that just lost me 10 prestige. And some money. Thanks, game. One of the most popular mods for EU5 right now is it just turns events, like the event image, into just middle fingers. I just think that's really funny. It does feel like that sometimes. What the hell is this? Why am I fighting Yuan? What? Why am I fighting the... Why? What? What is this for? What is this war? First rebellion against my vassal, the minor tribe of Minier. And it's just a Briz. It's just this lot. These 127 men mean I'm fighting Yuan. I don't even know what a Yuan is. Oh, God, the Portugal. What's happened here, then, hey? How's that occurred? Just go take him out. Does that end the war? No. No, it doesn't. Oh, Jesus Christ. What am I supposed to do now? I'm just fully at war with Yuan. We cannot negotiate separate pieces and overlord in a subject revolt or war. So I'm not even in control. I'm just around. Oh, God. Well, that's fantastic. Okay. Good to know. All right, we've annexed one of our vassal states. Again, this was just because I wanted to. I just like having continuous borders. Okay. The problem is that this land... So, strictly speaking, I should give up this land because it's not useful. In fact, I'm just going to move a castle here so it blocks off here. This should block off that. That should block off that. So we'll only ever lose this land. Now, realistically, the AI does whatever it wants with fort zone of control. But that's the idea. All right, we're going to build it right there. Forts for our strength. Yes, please. Marriage union. Georgian Hoy marriage union. You're my vassal. What's this now? Oh, Jesus, is that going to bring in someone as well? Can we go deal with him? I shouldn't be using these professional soldiers to do it, but I'm going to. Nice. White peace with Ardabil. Cool. Now we're just fighting... Who are you? Mong Mao. Yeah, makes sense. You know, in fact, I can't be bothered to get the cabinet, so let's see what the game does. Rebel crackdown. So what's this war now? Yuan's not in anymore. We're at war with Mong Mao. Could we not do that? I mean, the Timurids are over there. That's cool. So I can create this. Okay, let's do that. Refuse the false claimant. Okay. Or not. All right. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? So, what's this war for? Bijar is in this war. Why is Bijar in this war? Oh, God. Well, there goes the fort idea. The whole point of this little experiment. Okay, let's just gather up the troops. Ugh, God. The whole point of this was to avoid situations like this. So, what's the war for? Take Bijar, and we don't have a war goal. Okay, I imagine it is just defend that. Okay, well, we're fine. We can do that. Okay, we are swacking them here. There you go. Lovely. Now, front is breaking, which isn't so good. It's that noble cavalry is horrible to deal with. See, these are the horse archers, which are also horrible. Okay, we killed 4,000 though, and won 20% war score. All right, we've managed a white peace with Mong Mao. And our defensiveness means actually these forts are holding out. So there's working. Nice. We can enforce our demand. All right. Yeah, that actually worked. Look, in the time it took me to rush down and take the capital, that's actually so good. Yeah, it's working. Each level fortification, right? Nice. We had 300 people in there. Our fort defense is plus 50%. Our Georgian Highlands helps there. Okay, cool. Right, very, very pleased with that, actually. Now, the question is, do I want land? There's a couple of mountain provinces I wouldn't mind taking. I'm just going to take the mountain provinces. And later on, I'll dive into these areas. But yeah. Well, that's worked nicely, isn't it? Ooh, or alternatively. Okay, can't quite. I can release 4 of them. So let's not. I don't need to release 4 of them. I want the mountain provinces. Well, that's proof of concept, isn't it? Build a fort here, build a fort here. I can't believe that. Yeah, I'm very pleased with that. Yeah, very pleased with that. All right, cool. What I'm going to need is more manpower buildings. I don't get to use my refuse the false claimant now, which is a shame. Oh, promote integration process. We actually do want that to pass. Now, as Rise of the Turks, I think we could probably go after this guy. The Tassinetids. Have them as a vassal as well. But this is fort limit plus 10%. Nice. I'm very happy with this. I thought it was not gonna lie, halfway through this video, got concerned it was a complete waste of time. But this is, yeah, it's actually doing all right. Got diplomatic capacity. This is all the age tradition stuff I want to grab, just because it'd be a little bit cheaper. Double Sabbath policy. What does this mean? Allow the double Sabbath. Relation growth increases by like 0.01%. This just doesn't seem very good. Yeah, sure, we'll do that. Allow the double Sabbath. How's everyone else getting on? The Netherlands is formed. Cool. England has gone after Scotland and Ireland. All right. Portugal's getting taken out by the Moroccans. Navarre got taken out by Aquitaine. Now, I found out in that last siege that the literacy of our soldiers increases the fort defense. So we actually need libraries everywhere. And universities and all that good stuff. Because we try and encourage people to be literate. So that they're just more, I guess, up for it when it comes to a siege. I don't know exactly why that's the case. Wouldn't hurt to find a town or two over here. Control's not terrible either. I feel like I should have gone for this, well, you know. Getting religious war would have been so much better. Ooh, big explosion over there. So is Tim still alive? Yeah, he's 44. He's doing all right. Did you win over in China? I mean, there's the Northern Yuan now, not Yuan. What the hell is a Piombino? How about the Florence? County of Piombino? What? You can't just make up words. Also, what the hell happened to our economy? Why are we so rich? I'm still spending money, that's why. This was a terrible idea. I don't like zooming out like this because I want to read these things and like see at a distance and then they turn into icons. Why? Like, this doesn't tell me anything. I really don't like that. This is really bothering me. It's actually making me want to switch to like just automate my my tech. I'm building lumber to make my road building project a lot cheaper. That's the idea. These mountains are very difficult for that. Oh, stagnation of the Timurid Sultanate. I mean, hell, I could have told you that. They're really not exactly doing well. Just need to get to professional army so we can actually have some manpower. In the meantime, let's promote castle works and fabricate Caspelite over here. Oh, you're also the Gelarids. What? Why is everything the Gelarids? Why are you part of the Gelarids? Tributary of the Eretnids. Because you're a tributary of the Eretnids and causing the Eretnids who are part of this whole Gelarid Horde thing. The Gelarid Horde is the worst thing in the game. I'm calling it. It's the worst thing in the game, more than anything else. I think, genuinely, it stagnates the Ottomans such that they can't expand eastwards. I just don't think it's realistic that this thing exists. Plus, not being able to leave is kind of silly. Right? The Gelarids, like, it's all of this stuff. It's miserable. It's not fun to handle. I will always, like, some people don't like this, but I will always value, like, something being more fun than being, like, historically accurate. And the Gelarid Horde, not fun. Bad for me. Some people like it. I've annexed Iran. I wanted to do that for some reason. I can't remember what it was. Let's annex this guy as well. I need the mountain forts. There was a whole plan I had in mind that I just completely forgot about. Our tax base, by the way, right now is bigger than the two Sicilies. Better than Castile's, much better than Portugal's. Wow, what the hell is wrong with you guys? It's better than England's. All right, time to use these funds to create actual towns. All right, Karkin has been annexed, which means we need a castle. I want another castle here. No, I want this to be like, I want my nation to be the most miserable nation on earth to siege. So far, it has worked. I want a more extreme example, though, which does mean fighting the Gelarids again. All right, let's do the refuse the false claimant thing, because we're part of the Gelarids. I can just be like, we're part of the Gelarid Horde, even though we expelled the Mongols. And we refuse your claim. I want to see if refusing the false claimant brings in the other guys. Because if it does, that'd be quite silly. Because imagine, I'm saying to the Retinids, you aren't the the real claimant of the Gelarid horde, right, of the Ilkhanate. And the Gelarid is like, I will defend the Aretnid claim, even though I too am claiming it. So let's see. Yeah, they do. Wait. Yeah, they do. So they'll defend their claim. Oh, man. Alright, well, let's see how we get on. Alright, so gather everyone up. Not lose battles like that. Alright, and the idea would be that they would suffer attrition. I don't think they are, though. Now, that's professional army. That's not good. Okay, remember, the idea is to attrition them to death. What? Overall change. Oh, prisoners. Well, why would I do not care about that at all? That's a terrible way to show a graphic. Okay, so 4,000 in the east, 42 in the west. The idea is hopefully they'll die over time, right? And they won't be able to see my troops either. Nice. They shouldn't be able to see my troops. Why is that a guaranteed win for them? We have a fort here. Doesn't seem to make any sense, but there you go. All right, let's head out west. I'm actually very happy with this. Man is shocked when his strategy works. And hopefully we start getting taking war score now. We do. Dive in over here. Nice. I am enjoying the fact that these troops are hidden as well. So they actually can't see me. Oh, this is good. This is the good stuff. Pop in here as well. Take them out. Excellent. And we don't even have to siege anything. And they can't see us coming. There you go. Now, attrition-wise, I don't think this is working as well as I'd hoped. Because they're just not taking attrition. Oh my god, for 30 years we get fort defense. I'll take that. Because there's 500 troops here. These are mercenary troops. Alright. And they're not suffering attrition. 0% attrition. That is... I don't like that. I don't like that at all. 0% attrition? It's winter. Maybe we need like a special attrition for enemies thing. But like, they should suffer attrition. There you go. These guys are. Look at that. Okay. The past months, they've taken the following attrition. Subunits in this unit have taken... They're taking 0.8% because it's winter. But I am too. And it's my territory. Yeah, 0%. None. Damn. Well, the strategy still works. Force the horsemen into unfavorable terrain. And we actually don't even need any more battles now. We won. We've got our ticking war score. Yeah, contract expiring for our mercenaries. That's fine. Getting more if I need them. They only cost me like 600. Alright, I've picked up Renaissance. Let's grab Crown Power and then Georgian Golden Age because it truly is. And let's get David the Builder. Yeah, now I just wait. On the bright side, whilst they might not suffer attrition, it still takes them a bloody long time. Oh, there's a little bit. It's because it's winter. I'm certain there's like something I can do about that. Attrition. Asymmetrical warfare does it, doesn't it? Why is it going towards offensive? Don't go towards offensive. Attacker in a war. Yeah, okay. Hostile attrition plus 1%. It would be lovely. Right, well, let's go deal with this lot, even though, you know, we don't get a war score from it. All right, so let's start looking at what I want from this war. Kind of like this. I need Ardabil for it to be part of a treaty. Yeah, it makes sense, but I don't want to occupy it. And frankly, expanding into Iran just doesn't seem like a good idea. I think I should expand where there are more forts. Oh, wow, I could take a lot of war score here. Progressing sieges is minus 5%. Okay, let's go take these guys out then. Lack of food. There you go, that'll do it. There's that siege progress I wanted. Right to a point where they don't have any sieges. That should work. Nice. All right. Nice. None of this is defensible. Therefore, get out the vassals. This character, damn, they're so good. All right, we need more castles and stat. One here, one here, one in the mountains over here. And then there's some mountains over here. Oh, hang on. 2 mountains. Double the opportunity. Tassadin to join the coalition against me. Okay. Egypt, that's fine. I would love to be attacked. It would help my defensiveness to no end. I think the Ottomans are getting taken out here. Intervene in war. All right, all more castles. Put one down there, one there, put one there. Do I put one either side of this? That's kind of disgusting. I'm doing it. Oh, I'm at my fort limit. Damn. Okay, so I can't have this one. That's a bit unnecessary. That one's behind the front line, so that's fine. Don't need that one. Damn, okay, I need to increase my fort limit. Oh, right. I also need to make sure that you guys are all scootaged. Can't have you joining a war, ruining my war score, you know? Okay, yeah, fair. What's this for? Anti-Georgian coalition. Why are you in here? You just joined for fun? This is inconvenient. Yeah, this is ideal. Okay, cool. Raise our levies. Be a nice little test. And what's the war for? Take my capital. Good luck. You have like just such little odds, dude. It's, oh my god. We've got a new king. That's nice. Okay, our marriage union's gone. Does that mean they leave the war? No. So that's why they joined the war, I think. All right, let's kick them off with this. Well, this works nicely, doesn't it? No, no, come back. Come back. Hoi. Come back, please. Improve fortifications. Excellent. Smash into them. Withdraw. So we're facing 45,000 troops. So we are outnumbered 4-1. Oh, I thought Synod. Let's see what happens if I do foreign policy. In defense of the faith. Speed of integration. Cool. I mean, yeah, all right, nice. Okay, that should be a fort. Okay, yeah, it for some reason was and wasn't for a second there. So just got to keep whittling them away, bit by bit, dance in and out. They might not be suffering attrition, and frankly, I don't know how the hell... Like, where are you getting food from? You're in my lands. Okay, we've got a nobles regency as well. I'm waiting for this fort behind to be... I want to see what happens when we do that. It's actually going to be a real close one. Oh, if the right flank can hold, it's the only reason I'm continuing to fight here. Are we going to win this? We might do. I think we might, you know. We're definitely doing way more, killing way more than they're killing of us. Okay, only if you guys join. Nah. Hang on. Maybe. Oh, it's going to be so close. Oh! We won. So painful, though. I'm going to disband my levies. I'll raise them up again. Okay, some extra cash would not go amiss here, so I can hire some mercenaries just to shore up my defenses. Give me some fort defense. No? Okay, I need to remove a fort somewhere. Let's remove this fort here and this fort here. Do these count as forts? I don't know. A 0.93 overall fort limit. Oh, look at that. He's stuck here because he can't move off of the mountains in winter. And they have massive lack of food. Rough day at the office for them. I mean, that was the strategy. It's working. Damn, that's a lot of casualties they're going to suffer now. Do I want to hit that even? Well, if they've got... Yeah, they've got a lack of food. Why would I hit them? What about you? Do you have a lack of food? Oh, they all have a lack of food. Oh, no. Egypt, buddy. I don't think I need mercenaries, you know? Okay, that... You're not suffering attrition here. No, you're also not able to get food. Oh, the forts. They're doing their jobs. The mountains behind them. Okay, after this winter, we're going to hit this lot. Oh, this is real brutal. So it doesn't actually show up here, I think. 16,000 losses. Yeah, it doesn't. But trust me, that attrition is... There we go. 6,000, 4,600, and 4,000, roughly. Yeah, that's just killed about 2,000 men. All right, can't allow that to fall. We have to wait, unfortunately. There we go, we're going now. I wouldn't reinforce this battle, buddy. All right, we have full ticking war score. Dive in and grab a little bit of extra war score here. How much is that occupation worth? 2%, really not worth much. Oh, you wouldn't accept the peace deal. They're like, yeah, we'll win this. We got this. Super, you want a white peace? No. I understand that I'm not getting ticking war score here, but the difference is I can get war score from battles like that. I mean, that's not a massive battle, but, you know, it counts. You're not locked in here with me, buddy. Wait, no. The other way around. No, I messed up my line. No. Quick, editor, swap those lines around. All right, I'm going to disband my levies for a little bit. Let them go back to the fields. 7,000 men they've got. Yeah, okay, so the whole levies thing worked out pretty well. This is it. It works. All right, so now they're attacking us, but unfortunately for them, they can't get food, and so they just start starving to death. And I'll raise up 9,000 men again. It just gives me time to replenish. This is a fantastic way of fighting. This is actually really fun. I tell you what, I was a little bit annoyed at the lack of attrition, but now they're actually taking attrition. I'm enjoying myself. And we're making money. It's not like this is not like actively hurting us. Like, we're okay. Oh, they got him behind us. That's not okay. Unfortunately, there's no easy way to say this. I forgot to click. You have to kind of repeatedly click to make sure the orders go through sometimes, and I didn't do that, so they've taken this province. Looks like Egypt's dealing with a rebellion as well that they can't handle because they don't have any troops, because, you know, the hills are sort of littered with their dead. I'm not going to give back these guys, no. I'm going to impute on, execute prisoners. Perfect. Again, my economy's thriving still. It's not really impacting us. Obviously, population not being in the fields isn't ideal, but, you know. Is that your capital right on the border? Oh, buddy. Oh, no. That's a little rough. And my siege abilities can be a lot better than yours comparatively when it comes to you sieging me down versus me sieging you down. So, like, siege rates, if you think about it, it's not just your siege ability, it's your siege ability relative to your opponent's fort defense, right? So, if our siege ability is worse than theirs, but our fort defense is so much better than theirs, then we'll win every siege race. Now, admittedly, we are in a bit of a dicier position because, okay, now we can be attacked in the mountains ourselves, but they're already dead. So, I mean, look how quick that is in comparison. And suddenly, I'm happy about the lack of attrition. Kind of weird you can siege us down, not gonna lie. Like, the inside is suffering more attrition than the outside. And there's the siege of his capital. Well, adjacent to his capital. We already sieged down his capital. Brother's real insistent that we go for a white peace here. He's like, yep, white peace, fair enough. What happens if I do this? That did not work. The rise of the Aretinids. The dream has been achieved. How? How has the rise of the Aretinids been achieved exactly, game? Huh? Riddle me that one. No, please explain. I would love to know how the rise of the Iranians. Firstly, the Ottomans have been getting battered by everyone. But it's not even the Ottomans, who are much bigger than the Iranians. It's specifically the Iranians who I've been battering. And there's 100% peace from a coalition war. Defensive coalition war. Excellent. Well, chaps, I think that's a nice little proof of concept there. Ignore the Iberian Peninsula. That looks terrible. I think that's an excellent little proof of concept that it can work. Now, I think attrition should be reworked a little bit. I don't think you should be able to sit on a mountain fort indefinitely. I think like, obviously, food is a big thing, and I'm glad that when people run out of food, they all start dying, but I think there needs to be a degree of attrition that comes without that. But regardless, having defensive forts has worked really nicely and enabled the Kingdom of Georgia to catapult through the rankings here. We have a tax base of 218, which is roughly as large as England, almost on par with France and others. We fought off coalitions and sort of dominated our region. So again, I consider that a complete success. If you did enjoy that video, please consider checking out my other variety content if you're just here for E5. If you're just here for E5, well then I guess just enjoy the E5 content. But give the other stuff a go. I'm trying to move into that sort of space. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun. So yeah, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. My personal thanks to Aiden Clark, who is said to be 7 feet tall. Wright, who once killed a man with his bare thumb. Redguard76, whom I've been secretly in love with this entire time. And the Schmoobler, who needs no introduction. Also thanks to Crilly, Ghostwolf, and Jason White for being my Patreon supporters. Means a lot, guys.